Time for another Mark's Comic Haul. Y'all. Hey guys. I'm not quite as late this week. Getting back to, or trying to get back to like regular schedule. I actually meant to do this last night. And I'm late. But not as late as what I normally would be. So I'm doing a little bit better. I'm still fighting off these ridiculous allergies. I don't know if you can tell. I still sound a little kind of stopped up. My sinus pressure and head cold section of the allergy pain has now turned into kind of like a cough, kind of a nagging cough and like an itchy throat. It's so it's not as bad as what it was, but it's still annoying. So anyway, but I'm trying to kind of get things back to normal. So we got new books of the week. I'm going to show you what I picked up this week. I got a couple of fun things in there. My local comic shop, and I know they were not the only ones. I know of at least two different comic shops locally that had this problem. Diamond did not ship this week. And all of the independent comics like Dark Horse, IDW, well, I guess everything really, like Image Comics, whatever ships through Diamond, they did not get it. So I'm actually still waiting on a few books. Like there was a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles book that came out this week that featured Venus de Milo, big appearance. And I ordered multiples of those, and I did not get them because that was part of the stuff that did not get shipped. So I'll probably have those in a couple of days, and maybe I can kind of pair that with another video, and I'll show you that stuff then. If you guys are new to this channel, my name is Mark Walters. This is Mark's Comic Haul, y'all. And I'm going to show, I do like, you know, multiple haul videos a week, usually just showing off new books that I picked up. Sometimes I'll have convention hauls. I just recently posted a very big convention haul that was the culmination of several conventions I had gone to and a couple of store hauls that I had done. Okay, so picked up another copy of Den of Geek magazine featuring the Batman. Really cool Bill Sienkiewicz cover. Love me some Bill Sienkiewicz. I think I pointed out on my last video that's a Bill Sienkiewicz Batman right there. Original art. Yeah, Bill's been a good friend for many years. New DC Connect featuring the Dark Crisis preview. New Marvel previews featuring Fortnite Marvel Zero War. Can we stop with the Fortnite stuff? Oh, this is actually from last week because I had ordered a couple of them and I think I only got one. But it's just a copy of Jennifer Blood, number, what is that, 6? The Lyrics Lee variant cover. Pretty hot. So that was just a holdover from last week. This week, not a lot in the way of DC. In fact, I think I only got one DC comic. Yeah, I did. Maybe DC was part of what they got shorted on this week. I can't remember. All right, so we got Batman Beyond the White Knight, number 1. This is cover A. There was a very interesting post by Sean Gordon Murphy where he was talking about how there was a printer issue specifically with cover A where they a lot of shops did not get them. And they were saying that they didn't think that they were going to get them. So it's possible that cover A could be a short printed book. But I would wait and see what happens next week. See if the shops get them in next week, because that's entirely possible. Amazing Spider-Man 93. This is a hot book of the week. If you guys have not seen the spoilers, I certainly hope I'm not the one to ruin this for you. But Ben Reilly, at the end of this book, becomes a new villain called Chasm. Not Chasm, as said in some other comic videos, but it's Chasm. I guess some people have never said that word before. Anyway, this book is where that happens. And it's a pretty big moment at the end of the book. kind of more than just like a cameo. I I kind of spec'd hard. Got several of those. This is the Mark Bagley variant cover. Pretty nice. I just got 3 of those. And then this is the cover that everybody wants. And I've got a bit of a note about this cover, just so everybody knows. So this is the Patrick Gleason variant. And the reason that everybody wants this cover is because, again, it's a little bit of a spoiler to tell you this, but this is Ben Reilly Chasm right here. This is what he looks like when the Chasm stuff takes over his body. So technically, I guess this would be a first cover appearance. But now, interesting little side note that I noticed about these, and I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see this, but if you guys pick these up, you're going to want to really look at them closely. I'll tell you what, I'm just going to take one out and show it to you. And here's why. Now, I got several copies, partly because I pre-ordered like a month ago or whenever it was that these were on pre-order. I pre-ordered 3 copies, and then I bought 3 copies off of this week's pull list. But I want you guys to look, let's see if I can point it out right in here. See if I can, okay, there, you see that? You see that crease that goes right across right there? And it actually goes across, as Fred Hall Direct Edition likes to say, allow my sexy fingers to interrupt your video. It actually goes across the back, too. I'm trying to see if I can capture it. It's like right there. Yeah, you see it? Like right there. Okay. So that's a definite printer error that several of these ended up with. Now, I've got maybe 2 or 3 that I think do not have it, but the other ones that I managed to get, because I got like 6 total, they all have it. And I'm guessing that's, for those of you that like to get books graded, I'm guessing that would definitely count off. You know, you would not get a 9.8. So just be on the lookout for that. You know, if that sort of thing matters to you. I was kind of disappointed to see that, but that's also a book that is very much sold out in a lot of places. And so, again, it just goes to show you why you got to be so careful when you look at these books to figure out the conditions of them. And always look at the back of the books, because it's something I've said it several times on my videos before. I can't stress that enough, especially on Marvel Comics, because their paper quality is terrible. Always look at the back of the books, because you never know when there might be some hidden damage. Okay, I was very, very lucky to get my hands on these. So Amazing Spider-Man 93, they did a 1 in 25 Sandoval variant cover. So this is the 1 in 25 variant. And since this is the first appearance of Chasm, I figured this will be kind of a nice key issue. And I actually got 2 of those. Went to 2 different stores, and I was shocked I was able to pick these up, especially for the prices I paid for them, because it was not much. And I figured that book, because of the Chasm hype, I figured it would be super expensive, but it wasn't really that bad. So I was very happy to get those. Captain Marvel number 37. This is the Rian Gonzalez variant cover. I just thought this was a really nice variant. I really like Rian Gonzalez's artwork. And it's kind of a, there you got 3 of those. It's kind of got like a graffiti sort of feel to it or something. Hulk number 5, featuring the Unfriendly Neighborhood Spider Hulk. Yeah. Not really sure how I'm feeling about this book. I like Donny Cates, but I don't know. Not really sure where he's going with this. We'll see. Immortal X-Men #1. This is a new X-Men book. And this is written by Kieran Gillen. And this is the Mark Brooks. Let me see how I can do this. Yeah. Okay. This is a wraparound cover by Mark Brooks. And I bagged them in such a way to where you can see the back. So here is the full wraparound cover by Mark Brooks. Pretty cool. And I got 4 of those. It was just a variant that they did, and I thought it was really nice. And I cannot for the life of me remember who the artist is. I want to say it's, is it Ji Yun? Is that the name of the guy? I think that's who did this, but I could be wrong. But anyway, just a really nice Mr. Sinister variant cover. And I think I only ordered one of these, but when I saw it in person and I saw how cool it looked, I went ahead and picked up an extra one. So, Miles Morales, number 36. This is cover A. This is cover B. Quick little spoiler about this book. If you don't want to know, cover your ears for the next 5 seconds. On the last page, Ultimatum shows up. Okay, that's it. No more spoiler. This is the Carnage Forever variant cover. I thought this was a really cool cover, so I grabbed 2 of those. You know what? I got a big gripe, big rant I got to throw out this week because I'm just so tired of it. Marvel, as a lot of you guys know, there's been a lot of problems with paper quality. It's just so bad. And like on Miles, which, you would think is one of their like flagship books. And then on this book, Silk, and then also, was it Spider-Woman? The paper is so bad. I mean, it is like one step above tissue paper. It's so flimsy and crappy, and like if your fingers are even remotely damp, you're going to ruin the cover. And I'm just so sick of it because, that Amazing Spider-Man that I just showed you, the Amazing Spider-Man number 93, it doesn't have that kind of paper on it. So why do these books have that paper on it? I don't understand. So Marvel, get your act together. It's just ridiculous now. Silk number 3, first full appearance of this new witch villain character right there. And on the last page, it is the first appearance. I don't know if it's going to be a big deal, but first Old Lady Silk. The witch basically turns her into Old Lady Silk. And then in the next issue, on the cover, is Old Lady Silk. And I guess we'll get a whole story with that. But so I guess you could say this is technically like 2 first appearances. But her first appearance actually was in the previous issue. And I think she appears on like 2 pages or something. So it's more than just like a cameo. And then this is her first full appearance. And then this also technically the first appearance of Old Lady Silk. I don't know if that'll be anything noteworthy or not, but just want to let you know. Silk number 3. If I seem kind of like blasé or in a malaise, it's because I'm on allergy medication. It's making me really tired. This is Silk number 3, the variant cover. I don't remember who the artist is. I'm sorry. Off the top of my head. It's a cool cover, though. There's the artist's signature right there. Look at my cuticles. This is... Man, I went heavy on this. I don't even remember why I went so heavy on this, but I think I just really like the cover. This is Silk number 3, the Carnage Forever variant. This is an In-Huck Lee variant cover, and I remember thinking it looked really cool, but I guess I kind of went a little nuts because I got 4 copies of it. It is a nice variant, though. Spider-Woman number 21, as it says right there on the cover, series finale. And I won't spoil anything by talking about what happens on the inside, but I will say it ends very abruptly. So I wonder if this was a case where like they found out while they were doing the book that like, oh, hey guys, this is going to be the last issue, so you got to wrap everything up in like one page, because that's pretty much exactly what they do. Like there's like a big fight and then that's the end. Goodbye. Like there's no real like kind of wrap up feel to it. This is Spider-Woman 21, the Carnage Forever variant by David Nakayama. I thought that was kind of a cool variant cover. Okay. Hey. Books are falling. Books are falling. Books are falling. Wow. Getting close to the end already? I didn't realize. Oh, yeah, because this is the diamond stuff. I forgot. Okay, so this is Star Wars Bounty Hunters number 21. The Chris Sprouse Lucasfilm 50th anniversary variant. Mandalorian featuring Grief Karga, which is, of course, played by Carl Weathers. It's all in the hips, happy. I actually got to do a Q&A panel with Carl Weathers where we talked about The Mandalorian. And Carl is an accomplished director, and he actually directed a couple episodes of The Mandalorian. So that was really fun. It was really cool talking to him about that and, you know, kind of getting some behind-the-scenes info on how they shoot the show. So, yeah, I got, oh, wow, I got 4 of those for some reason. Excuse me. Sorry. Oh, this was a holdover from last week. Darth Vader number 21, the Chris Sprouse 50th anniversary variant. I had ordered these and they came in damaged, so the shop was able to get replacements, but I had actually ordered 3 and they only got me 2. So I'll see if I can track down like a third one somewhere. Guys, that's it. I know it doesn't seem like much, and you know, like I said, the whole thing with Diamond and stuff not coming in, like I had some independent books that I had ordered that, you know, I would have been showing you guys if they had come in, but so much for that. But I did want to tell you a couple of things real quick. I want to talk about some of the books that are coming out next week. I got a little bit of an advanced look at some of that stuff, and there's a couple of things you might want to take note of. One, there's a really cool independent comic coming out called Alice Ever After, and it's kind of based on the whole Alice in Wonderland mythos. It's written by Dan Panozin, who is one of my favorite artists, but he actually is writing this book. And it has to do with like Alice sort of grown up and having to go back to Wonderland to, you know, but now dealing with it with an adult sensibility instead of being a child. Kind of makes me think of like Hook, you know, the movie Hook with Robin Williams, where he plays Peter Pan, but now he's grown up Peter Pan. It has, you know, kind of maybe feels like it might be something similar to that, but more of a dramatic thing. There's a really cool Jenny Frison cover for that book, so be on the lookout for that. Really nice Jenny Frison cover. Excuse me. Sorry, guys. Black Widow number 15 has a really beautiful Adam Hughes cover where the words Black Widow 15 are actually written on her back in blood. It's a really nice cover. I think it's going to be one of those really iconic covers. It has a white background to it. So be on the lookout. See if you can grab a couple copies of that. That's probably going to be a hot cover of the week. Also, Black Widow, there is a Carr Andrews X-Gwen variant. And it is a really nice, really cool looking variant cover. And that's again, probably going to be one of those sellout variants. So if you can get your hands on it, I would recommend you get at least 1 or 2 copies of that. There's a really, really nice Raza variant for Captain Marvel Annual number 1. And it's just an open order variant, but as we've seen in the past, a lot of shops sometimes don't order the variant covers. And so, especially with annuals don't usually get a lot of orders. So look for the Raza variant. It's Captain Marvel, like in this kind of like, you know, what do you call it? Prison, and with some other aliens, and you see the guard is in the foreground with like a guard stick or something. It's a cool looking variant cover, and the title's on the bottom. It's really, really nice. So I definitely recommend you look for that one. And then last but not least, there's a new Marauders #1 coming out, which has a ton of variant covers on it. And then there's Moon Knight #10, which has a 1 in 25 Jung Yun Yun variant cover that is gorgeous. I don't know if I'll have a chance to get one of those. Usually with stuff like that, the store I go to tends to price them up pretty high, so I probably won't get it. But if you can get your hands on one, I would recommend it as well. Also look for She-Hulk #3. Speaking of Moon Knight, I wanted to talk to you guys. Moon Knight premiered this week on Disney Plus, and I actually got a chance, because I'm a film critic, I got a chance to screen the first 4 episodes of the series. Now, I'm a big Moon Knight fan. Going back to when I first started collecting comics, I love those early Moon Knight issues, kind of the Bill Sienkiewicz stuff and all that. Needless to say, the character of Moon Knight has really changed. It's gone through a lot of changes from what it used to be, from what it even started out to be. And, they've kind of leaned heavily into this whole sort of split personality disorder concept for the character. And that's very much what they're using in the show. I am so sorry, guys. I wish I could get rid of this nagging cough. But anyway, Oscar Isaac is absolutely terrific. He does a really great job portraying the character. I'm going to tell you guys, because I know you guys are only going to have a chance to see the pilot. And the pilot I thought it was good. I enjoyed it. I think I like the way it sets everything up. But if you're not 100% on board with it, trust me when I say this, stick with it, because when you get into like episode 2 and 3, it gets so much better. Like there's a lot more action. It almost turns into like an Indiana Jones movie. It's really, really cool. Like they go to Egypt, they're going into pyramids. I mean, it's really cool stuff going on. And the way that they shoot this show, it is unlike anything you've seen before as far as like the Marvel Cinematic Universe. It doesn't look like anything we've seen before. It doesn't even really feel like it fits tonally with anything we've seen before, but in the best possible way. Like it really feels like its own thing. And I got to tell you, like, as I was going through these episodes, I found myself really enjoying it. And I was really on board for the ride. It's very violent. It's very dark and violent, especially for a Disney Plus show. Like, he kills a lot of people in this show, which really kind of surprised me. And they don't really hold back on it. Like, you kind of see, he's killing people. There's blood, there's some scenes that really feel like you're watching like a R-rated movie or something. So I was a little surprised by that. But again, I was happy with the fact that they were bold enough to do it the way that they did it. And once you get to the 4th episode, which again, I'm not going to spoil any of this. I'm not going to tell you guys what happens in these episodes, but I will say that when I thought I kind of had everything figured out and I was following the show really closely, there's things that happen in the 4th episode that completely spin it on its head. And you're just like, oh my God, like this just turned into a completely different story than what I thought it was. And now, because I didn't get to see the final 2, they only sent us the 4 episodes, I have no idea how they're going to wrap this up. Like, I'm utterly fascinated with what they've done. They've packed so much story into just those first 4 episodes. So much story and so much character development. I can't wait to see where they take it next. So I really, really enjoy Moon Knight. I hope you guys like it too. Like I said, if the pilot doesn't grab you, stick with it. Give it a chance, because 2nd episode and especially the 3rd episode, so cool. So much awesome action, good fight scenes, really, really cool stuff. feels very Marvel superhero-ish without feeling like anything we've seen before. That's all I can say. Check it out. Tell me what you guys think. I hope you enjoy it. So yeah, that's all I got for this week. Like I said, I hope to have the rest of my books that I ordered sometime in the next few days, and if I do, I'll see if I can pair it with another video. Shout outs, of course. I always like to do shout outs. We'll do Sean Hogan, Free Energy, Louis V, Fred Hall Direct Edition, Spidey Fan, Comic Crypt Castle Hills, David Seeking Your Mint. Who am I leaving out? Mr. Rigor Mortis 86. God, I'm terrible at this. I always think I have it in my head, like who I want to give the shout outs to, and I always forget when it comes time for me to actually do it. Had a couple of new subscribers, and I wanted to say hi to you guys and thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. I really appreciate it. If you like this content, please like and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. I'm Mark Walters. I'll see you guys on the next episode.